July 19th, 2026. Welcome to DANUS Worlds. Kate. How are we this weekend? Well, we've had a rainy week here. As a matter of fact, we've even had some flooding here. Hence why we haven't heard from any of us in a while. It has been quite trying um, with the way that the environment has been treating us, so that we need the water going. So I'm looking forward to this meeting. I've been anxious all week, but with everything going on, it's been quite hard to do that. We have a lot going on. We have so much in the collective. I am going to have a pull card before I get into the astrology, and we have the Queen of Coins, better known as the Queen of Pentacles. This is a Scorpio card. Yes, it is. And she is favorable for working positive energy, positive environment, maintaining excellent behavior. She is really well known for being a wealthy, successful person who is persistent, dedicated, demonstrates good behavior, boosts good enthusiasm, great businesswoman, works alongside experienced individuals like it's second nature to her, working in masculine or feminine. These relationships that she has are foundational. She's an earth sign, of course, pentacles, material world, money, wealth, business, good health, and well-being. Um, the life that we want to live, the life that we want to bring for our families. She, she, if she's a friend of yours, she's trusting of you. She's got dedication, cooperation, and definitely represents the personal understandings of business and how to work with people. Really grounded, excellent person to be part of. Um, you know, Pentacles is all about caring for the earth, caring for nature. You know, this is favorable for good health, physical comfort, which will reduce anxiety, activity levels to stay the same. She's grounded. This woman focuses on business. Well, any of you focusing on your business and how you handle your relationship and personal matters, this is great. If you keep on working hard, your expectations, your wishes, your goals can be fulfilled. Coordinating, collaborating with others, communication. We still have Mercury retrograde, however, in Cancer. So let's be mindful of that and how we communicate with other people. She's great with all of those things. Um, she's very favorable for being one of the most positive, successful person in the tarot that builds business relationships and personal relationships with strength and honor. Really good with taking care of herself. She's an earth mama. She is someone you can go to if you want to have success. You want to work for a woman like this. This is great. If anybody here is an earth sign, Pentacles represents Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Coin represents Pentacles, also money, wealth, health, well-being. They're all favorable this week. This is wonderful, as well as fire signs, water signs. We have a lot going on in the collective. With that, we're going to get to that in a minute. If you have a friend that's a earth sign, Pentacles, or for Capricorn, yourself, this is great. This week should be working out great collaboration this week and great well-being. Good business relationships to be building for the next couple of weeks for all of you. Wonderful. We also have a lot going on with our signs. I'm actually going to leave this here, right next to Earth. We also have in the collective what is known as, still we have Andre Barbaults, 4 planets, 4 degrees. We have our basket. And yes, this is tremendous. Barbault's basket is a great formation of that basket that is influencing personal and societal shifts and transformations. Tremendous, tremendous transformation. Okay, we have in this basket Jupiter, expansion, growth, high thinking, abundance, Uranus, awakening, changing, revolutions, innovation, invention. Things are going to change in society. We already have Uranus that entered Gemini back on February 19th, which was months ago. Many, many people went through so many transformations from that time. And they're still going to go through that. Uranus is also part of this Barbaults, basket. Change, awakening, change, and I'm going to say again, change is going to be tremendous. Neptune is also in the mix, dreaming, hoping, building a future, changing your life, being creative, using your fantasy imagination. Those are all Neptunians, especially having lucid and vivid and detailed dreaming time at night. When you get up, if you're having these dreams, if you are a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and you are having these signs, especially Pisces, whether it's sun sign or rising sign, in specific, if you are having those strong dreams, journal them down. Sometimes there are hidden messages in there from the subconscious that you're not thinking of, you're not aware of. Cancer now, and we still have Cancer retrograding in Mercury. That ends on the 23rd. However, and I've mentioned this before 7 times in my astrology readings, when this retrogrades, there's a shadow period prior to the retrograde and after the retrograde, about 3 to 5 days. Let that shadow period pass by before you're doing anything that pertains to Mercury, which is third house matters. Third house represents communication, anything to do with communication, cell phone, technology, cars, anything to do with talking, contracts, text messages, email messages, making sure that you are working to be conscious of what you write and what you say. We also have Pluto in this Barbaults basket, which I forgot to mention. Pluto is letting go. If it does not serve you any longer, let it go. As I always say, love and let go. If it no longer serves you, it's coming to be. If you can't beat a dead horse, I mean, you can, but you're not going to get anything out of it. If the horse doesn't want to move, doesn't want to move. If it doesn't want to go, it's not going to go. If it doesn't want to work, then it's not going to work. Don't waste your time. Letting go, Pluto is letting go. Having personal, professional power in society. Focus on your strengths. Everybody, masculine or feminine, doesn't matter where you are, what your birth sign is, what your rising sign is. Right now, there's Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto on that Barbaults basket formation that we have at 4 degrees devotion and loyalty, with discipline, because we also have Saturn in the mix, although it's not part of Virgo's um, basket. Saturn is also going to be in the mix this week, retrograde. So right now, before it goes retrograde, do what you have to do, and you better be serious and take Saturn serious. Saturn is very, very much about, you know, responsibility, duty, discipline, self-service, self-help, taking care of you, self-work, and the finer things in life, being comfortable, having security, being grounded, doing all of the right things for yourself and others and the people you love around you and care about, especially the work, service, work ethics, doing your job. Um, we also have the sun in Cancer. The moon is going to move from Virgo to Libra. I love Libra. Libra in the tarot is the Justice card with the pin balance there, with the play balancing act down. Libra is all about promoting great balance in life, diplomacy, social harmony. So you have a lot of good things coming this week for everybody. Okay, this Barbault basket is going started basically the beginning on the 18th, but it's really strong on the 19th through the 21st of this week. And then we've got a beautiful, beautiful Sun and Leo. I posted today the details on that as well. Get in your way, being a leader, being powerful. This is great, you know. The moon moving into Libra, this is going to be great for harmony and balance in your life. It's going to add on to, you know, what feels like chaos personified, and things are a little out of sorts and not going exactly the way that we want them to go as usual. Right? And the sun in Leo is gonna help with that. Powerful. The moon moving into Libra is going to help with that, with balance, powerful. We still have, you know, Mars is in action with Gemini, driving action, mental energy. Gemini is third house, Mercury. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, third house matters. We still have Mercury retrograde again. Be cautious about using your intellect, your mind, your communication, anything that has to do with Mercurian, air sign, Gemini, and Libra is also an air sign as well. That has to do with the mind, that has to do with Libra, has to do with seventh house partnerships, you know, relationships, marriage, contracts, bilateral contracts, you know, contractual agreements, text messaging, business partners, sharing and having interpersonal relationships and style within your life and with others. Be conscious of that. But those things are going to be enhancing this week. And I so love this because we still have Jupiter, which I love in Leo. That's going to go all the way to with that started on the 8th of July and it's going to go all the way to the 26th, which is Sunday. The 26th, not today, Sunday, next Sunday, the 26th, and that's beautiful. I love that, you know. And the 26th of 2027, not 2026. So it started July 8th, 2026. That, that Jupiter and Leo, great. We are going to have the sun and Leo this week. Fantastic. We have Mercury retrograde in Cancer again. At the end of this, by the end of this week, literally, you know, from the 23rd, I want to say oh, the 30th, give it a good week, let it shadow period fade. Things will feel so much more balanced with Libra in the mix. Definitely, because Libra moon is all about balance, all about being balanced in life, having diplomacy with others, And I love that, getting along with others, social gatherings, being good, feeling balanced, going forward, not feeling like things are kind of like on a seesaw one day and then the next day it's another way. We got Saturn going retrograde in Aries. And I already mentioned this. We're going to need to have discipline and structure as usual. Saturn being the police officer of the planets, command structure, want structure. If we're not working on that and we're not doing the right things with people, with ourselves, and our lives, Saturn has a way of kind of fixing that and telling you, no, sir, no, ma'am. It puts you right back on track. You try to do something and you think, oh, I don't have to do this. I'm going to do it my way. And Saturn has a way of coming across and going, no can do. We're not doing that. We can't do that. We don't want that. We want structure. We want to keep the structure. We want to keep our balance with Libra, keeping the confidence, creativity, and leadership with Jupiter. Uranus again. Although Uranus is Aquarius' ruler, we have Uranus at 4 degrees Gemini in that Barbault basket, encouraging innovation, expectation, changes. Okay, and with the Jupiter being 4 degrees, there you creativity, confidence, and leadership. Neptune is going to be Neptune's going retrograde in Aries. So he's at 4 degrees, but he's going to be seriously, he's in this basket. For all of you water signs, we're going to say this, and also with Pluto being the next coming up too, you're going to be having this, like I said, for most of Pisces, Cancer, Scorpios, I opened up. You're going to be having prophetic dreams, visions, highlighting intuition, spirituality, spiritual reflection. You might even change religions. You might change the way you think about things. Things might be becoming more empathic, more psychic to you, having more emotional connections, deeper feelings, in-depth sensitivity, big time empathic feelings and transformation or empathic transfer. Like I touch this, my crystal, right? I touch my crystal and I can feel the energy of my crystal. I can feel what's going on. I can tell what's happening. What are we feeling? How are we feeling? Well, we're feeling the crystal. But if you're touching something that's negative, or you're working around, especially Cancerians and Scorpios, are a little bit differently sensitive. They're the fighting senses that can see through people, feel it when they walk in the person. See like they're like people are see through for Scorpio. They can see through people's so many bullshit. Cancer, they walk in the door, they can feel everybody's energy. They can feel the group energy. Pisces, touch, empathic, touching. Um, you know, it's really, really strong right now. Pluto is at 4 degrees, of course, in this basket. Pluto's in the mix. And Aquarius at 4 degrees. Pluto's also retrograde. Emphasizing Pluto represents emphasis on transformation, societal shifts. Retrograde, something might happen again. Some things in society might happen again because we're retrograding. Neptune, things with tuition, spirituality, spiritualisms. You might be going back because of the retrograde, going back and thinking about your spirituality, how you do your intuition. Your intuition spirituality is going to be so strong. For those of you that have Pluto in your chart, that would be me. And I have Neptune, and I also have Gemini in my first, my rising sign, and my second house, the second house of money. So look at that astrology chart. Go to Cafe Astrology. down in the description. Down in the description. I put it down there. So like, subscribe, look at the description of all the information I put there for today's reading, and press Cafe Astrology. The day you were born, the time you were born, the hour you were born, the city, the state. And you'll come up with your chart. You'll be able to see all of your 12 houses. You'll be able to see your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, your fifth house. My fifth house is also Pisces. My sun's sign is also Pisces. My 11th house is also Pisces. So I could go on and Pisces and, Gemini in my chart. And it is also, which I love, for those of you that um, practice your pagan religion and the eight hinges of the gods on the wheel. We went from Lista, and we're going to go to our holiday on August 1st, 2nd, Lunasa, and my accent is kind of hard, but for all of you, we have a pagan holiday coming up in August. It's the waxing crescent moon series right now. Waxing is going forward, introspection, planning, initiating new projects, new styles, working on your tarot, doing readings, doing uh, taking care of your money, taking care of your goals, putting it out there. Manifest, manifest, manifest by the power of 3 times 3. As a as I will, it shall be. Be. Manifest, manifest, manifest. Back this waxing period is super strong. We have the full moon in Aquarius coming up. The end of the month. Fantastic. I'm loving it. Okay. On the 31st, manifest. We have the rest of this week and next week. Manifest. Whatever you want to end, let it go. After the full moon in Aquarius, it will completely wane out. Promise you. And if it doesn't, we need to have a conversation about why it didn't. If we're bringing that back into your life, and we shouldn't. It's not full. Let it go. Kick it to the curb. That's it. Just let it go. Um, I also want to say that on the 18th, we had Uranus from Pluto. Signs are great. Okay, creates harmony, grounding. This is wonderful. Okay, this is good. This is being taken care of while the new moon was in Cancer. It's in Virgo again, going into Leo. I'm Libra, sorry, moving into Libra as of today. And I want everybody to take full, full, full joy in this because it's something about Libra. Just like best balancing act ever, just getting out things. So whatever was going haywire, especially with Mercury retrograde in Cancer, it will balance out. The retrograde is going to end this week. The moon is going to change this week. Saturn's going to be retrograde. Saturn will still be there, demanding some foundation of strength and structure, but won't be as hard. Neptune is going to be retrograde this week. You'll have those things, and when you take the next down, write in your journal. It won't be so. It'll be more structured, because Neptune is the daydreamer. Also, we won't have so much of that going on. Pluto, with letting go, having that power, it's going to be hard because Pluto's also retrograde this week. But I'm telling everybody, you need to let it go. Let the transformation happen. Because when we get towards the full moon, if it's not gone, it's going to go anyway. If it doesn't serve you, then, especially if it's an addiction, or if it's a bad person, a toxic environment, a toxic individual, a narcissistic individual. Let them go. You don't need that. Nobody needs negativity. They want positive energy, positive reinforcement. And with Saturn retrograde, it won't be as hard with Saturn because Saturn retrograde is actually a great thing because the setting boundaries won't be so hard. Your responsibilities, obviously, and dedication and discipline and duties still need to be there, but that won't be as you won't feel like you're pushing it, you're pushing it. And that's a great thing to feel that way, not feel like you're forced in any way, shape, or form to have to do any of one of those things. I actually love that. It feels like there's a little bit of the monkeys off your back, so to speak. Right? You're not having to worry about who's doing what, why, not keeping score, not feeling like you have to worry so much. Venus is going to be squaring Mars, which is great. Mars moves really, really fast. Mars rules Aries, and as we already know, Mars goes really, really fast. Mars is the warrior planet, vital energy, going fast, taking action, ambition, going forward, being the leader, the charismatic, transformational leader, with Pluto being here too as representative of letting go of what no longer serves you and transforming yourself. And what Uranus here, he's about change. He's about upheaval, change. The next 7 years, Uranus is going to be here to stay. It's kind of like he walked into your backyard and he decided to take a seat and said, I think I'm going to stay here for 7 years. And while I'm sitting here, you can barbecue every day for me. I'm not going anywhere. I love your food. And I'm here to stay. And if you don't know how to change or transform or move forward and use expansive growth and let go with no longer sanction and innovate yourself and change yourself and awaken yourself to bigger and better things, I'm going to do it for you. I'm going to sit here while you're barbecuing. Uranus is sitting there saying that, and I'm going to do it for you. Or you need to do it for yourself. Yeah, that's how that's going to go. The moon is trying Pluto and Uranus. What I just told you is exactly what's going to happen. Emotional honesty, breakthroughs, it's going to be breakthroughs, or it's going to break out in your life whether you like it or not. That's it. That's what these astrology say. Breakthrough, or I'm going to break it out for you. So you do it, or I'm going to do it for you. Whether you like it or not, and you're going to have to put a deal on your list to deal with it. And that sucks. We all know how that is. Because sometimes people don't like change, and unfortunately, change is something that's necessary for us to evolve and move forward, grow, learn, expand, all kinds of things that, although we might not want to do it, sometimes it's a necessary evil that we just have to do. Creative insights. Moon trine Pluto and Uranus is definitely emotional honesty. This is like a Pluto. Uranus is the upheaval. Pluto is like, oh God, Pluto is like the bitch in the room that blurts everything out, and they're gonna say it whether you like it or not. Pluto's a pretty strong. Pluto was considered a planet. Now, but I'm gonna say Pluto personality that's assigned to this planet. It's very strong. Okay? Pluto represents the underworld.